Hi, I'm Jacob. This is my dog Lucy Blue, and she was dumped about a month ago by my mailbox. And she was pregnant, and so we took her home. So there's a problem with people dumping their animals out in the country because they can't afford them and they can't afford the medical services. If I had unlimited money, time, and space, I would like to provide medical services for people who can't afford medical services for their animal. Emanciped already provides services like spay and neuter and vaccines. But what I'd like to do is I'd like to provide things like pregnancy care, medicine, cancer treatments, diagnosis, and surgery. So what I would like to do is I'd like to rent out space at the park next door so the doctors could organize themselves in each tent so the people could go to the different tents and organize themselves by the care that they needed. So what I'd like to do is I'd like to raise money to pay the doctor so that they come back each month. And I do different services each month. So maybe people would be able to take care of their animals and provide for them and not have to dump them out in the country because they couldn't afford their animals. As much as I love taking care of animals, it's not very good for the animals to be dumped and for the original owners to just completely neglect them and dump them out in the wild. So maybe if I was able to provide this care, people would be able to keep their pets and keep their animals. This is my mom, April. So, Mom, if you had unlimited time, space, and money, what would you do?
I think I would like to do a project that had to do with humanitarian international mission work. It'd be really cool to be connected to some mission group that is working with kiddos, providing services they need, also sharing Jesus with them. But I don't think I want to be a full-time missionary. I would just like to be connected with some group that I could go over on a regular basis, have relationships, and then back here be able to build a house that was big enough and maybe kind of set up like a bed and breakfast so that when the missionaries came back stateside for vacations or their furloughs, they would have somewhere to stay and I'd be able to host them. And also, a third part of that, be able to host international students when they are coming over to the U.S. for their studies and they need host families. If I could do all of those things, that would be a way to help with a project that would be spreading the gospel to the ends of the earth, because I just love that verse about every tribe, every nation, every tongue.
So, Dad, what is a project you would do if you had unlimited time, funds, and space?
I'd like to develop a vehicle any vehicle that would run on water, and then all the fluids that were connected for the vehicle, transmission, brake, radiator, oil, engine oil, all be the same fluid that was interchangeable. So you had just one fluid to operate everything.